It's me, Mario! Nah, I'm just kidding. It's your instructor, Michael, and this is ChalkWild. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to ChalkWild. And we're continuing our series on video games. And today, we're going to be going into a true classic, Mario Brothers. Now, Nintendo and Super Mario Brothers have been an icon in the video game industry for years. Mainly because, without them, we don't have a video game industry. Way back in the late 70s, early 80s, we had arcades. That was the only place we were able to play video games. And they were all made by different companies. Namco, Konami, Capcom, Atari, and Nintendo. Now, how Nintendo actually revolutionized the gaming industry, they successfully launched the home console market with the Famicom, or as we know it here in America, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Before that, there were a few home consoles made by other companies, such as Atari, ColecoVision, and Pong. But those didn't take off as well, and they were pretty expensive for the time being. Nintendo launched their console with the price of only $99.99. Pretty much just $100. And it launched it with two games, Duck Hunt and Mario Brothers. Now there's a long history of how the Mario Brothers franchise actually got started, but I'm gonna give you a small summary. Nintendo and gamers around the world owe everything to a young artist named Shigeru Miyamoto. Miyamoto-san was at the time a young artist working for Nintendo who actually had to teach himself how to make video games since he'd never worked on one before. And his first hit wasn't Mario Brothers, it was another arcade classic, Donkey Kong. But the little Mario in Donkey Kong wasn't called Mario. He was simply called Jumpman. When Nintendo decided to make a game based on this character, they wanted to give him a name.
At the time, Miyamoto-san and the development crew were renting a warehouse in New York, owned by a man named Mario Segale.
And if you watch the Super Mario Brothers movie, Mario Segale makes a cameo. So that's a brief history of Nintendo and Mario Brothers. Now let's get to drawing them. First up, of course, we're starting with Mario. And we're going to start with a circle, and another one. Then, two for his eyes. And another C shape right over here for his ear. Then we're going to go ahead and draw his mustache and his hair. Then his mouth down here. We're going to draw in his eyes. Then we're going to draw in his iconic hat. Then we're going to draw his patch with his M on it, stands for Mario. And then we're going to draw his round belly, because Mario's body is round. And we're going to do noodles for both his arms and his legs. Then we're going to put his work boots on. Then we're going to put on his white gloves. And then we're going to clean up our lines a little bit so they're not showing through. And then we're going to finish his suspenders, put his buttons on, and some action lines to show that he's jumping. And there we go, we got Mario. Moving on to Princess Peach, we're going to go ahead and start by drawing her head. And we're going to do this in a slightly oval shape. And then we're going to draw her hair, which we're going to put in a heart shape, because she has heart-shaped bangs. Then two wispy parts of hair on either side, and long strands of wispy hair on the other side. Then we're going to go ahead and put in her eyes, her nose, and then her lips. Then we're going to put in her eyes. And from there, we're going to go ahead and put her neck, and then a little bit of poofs, and a kind of a strawberry body, so with two circles on the side, with also some trimming. Then we're going to draw her white gloves. Then we're going to draw the rest of her skirt that comes out like this, in three parts, and kind of poofs out at the end. And we're going to put some extra pink fabric on the sides, because that's how princess dresses are made. Then we're going to go ahead and draw her blue jewel, and clean up our lines just a little bit. We're going to put our crown on, put some jewels in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and make a background. I'm actually going to make her castle in the background. And one last thing, we're going to give her her iconic blue earrings. And there we go, Princess Peach. Next character on the list is Toad. We're going to start off with drawing his mushroom cap. And then we're going to draw a little circle underneath. And then another bigger circle for his body. We're going to go ahead and separate that with another color. Give him his pants. And we're going to draw his blue vest. Then we're going to go ahead and put on his little arms. We're going to clean up the lines just a little bit. And go ahead and draw in his face. And clean up the lines just a little bit more. Then we're going to draw on his shoes and put his red dots in his mushroom cap. And we're going to clean up our lines a bit. And there we go, Toad. At number 4, we're going to be drawing Donkey Kong. And we're first going to start off with his face. We're going to draw this shape. And then we're going to put in 2 circles right here. And then right here, we're going to make this shape, make it into a mouth. We're going to put in some eyes. Put in some nostrils. And then we're going to go ahead and put in his hair and the rest of his head. Then we're going to draw his big shoulders. And put his feet coming out the side. Make his big old hands. And then we're going to erase this right here. Because we want to go ahead and put in his iconic red tie. And then we're going to go ahead and put in DK. And there we go, Donkey Kong. Last but not least, we're drawing Bowser. Now we're going to start by drawing a circle. And then on either side, we're going to go ahead and make this shape, kind of like a butterfly, but with a big old circle in the middle. Now I'm going to clean up these lines for a bit because I got a little ahead of myself. And we'll put in some nostrils. Now I'm going to put in this line right here for the mouth. And put in some teeth. And tongue. And Bowser has big bushy red eyebrows. So we're going to give him those. We're going to put some eyeballs in there. Give him these red scary eyes. And this flamey looking hair. And then horns on the side. And then we're going to go ahead and draw his hands. Like that. His belly. His 2 feet. I'm going to draw his shell. And the spikes on it. Draw some lines on his belly. And we draw his tail and put spikes on that. And there we go. We have Bowser. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. And more importantly, I hope you learned something. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos and learn how to draw more video game characters. We actually got 2 more lessons after this. And as always, until next time, bye!